The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at wrestlingwithjohners.com.
Hi, this is Brad Marcus, and welcome to a special edition of Toilet Side Wrestling Talk. Each month going forward, I will be recapping, not reviewing, recapping New Wave Pro events. Those usually occur monthly. So a week after that, with my own footage that I take from ringside, I bring you a recap. Before we go any further, though, I have to be honest with you, the listener or the viewer. For this event, the New Wave Pro Eminent 8 tournament, I sponsored Z.D.P. Initially, I sponsored him because I liked his character and I liked the way he wrestled in the ring. But as the night went on, I kind of had a feeling he was going to go far and there might be something in it for me. But I'll get to that again later. All right, let me give you a little background about me and New Wave Pro. So about 3 years ago, I moved to a town called Champaign, Illinois. It's about 2.5 hours south of Chicago. Married, have 2 children. My wife won't let my children watch wrestling. They're 13 and 9 years old. I've tried everything I can, including buying them the WWE 2K games just to get them caught up to speed. But she seems to... what's the equivalent of cock blocking for wrestling? I don't know. Maybe if you have an idea, comment below. Anyways, so I end up going to wrestling events by myself. So about 3 years ago, when I moved to this town where I knew nobody, and I still don't really know anybody, to be honest, I bought IWTV and came across New Wave Pro. To like my delight, New Wave Pro is only 90 minutes southeast of me. It's in Terre Haute, Indiana, and I happily go there every month. I go there alone because my wife won't let me bring my kids, even though I say it's like a family thing. But whatever, I don't want to mess with her. She's got a crazy Russian temper. Speaking of which, if any of my viewers or listeners are or know of a good divorce attorney, again, just comment below. Thank you very much. All right, let's get into the show. So the show was last Saturday evening, February 4th. Got there a little early and got a chance to meet Elijah Burke, which was really, really cool. Nice guy. Was able to take a picture with him. So my seat, generally, I sit right in the front row, right by where the wrestlers make their entrances. So always a lot of fun. The food is pretty good. It's not 5-star, but like it's a fine piece of pizza or pretzel. I'm not expecting lobster or anything like that. I don't even know if I'd eat the lobster, but whatever. Anyways, it's a very fun atmosphere. And I did say that there are a lot of kids there, which is actually great. It becomes very exciting and the kids really get into it, which gets the adults into it as well. But anyways, so let's get going. To start the evening, the lights went down, the smoke went up, and Earl Joseph, GM of New Wave Pro, made his way to the ring and...
Ladies and gentlemen, West Terre Haute, welcome to New Wave Pro's Eminent 8!
I already said something that I did sponsor Z.D.P. Let me tell you something. Z.D.P. and Dude Baddington, the Road Dogs, honest to goodness, probably my favorite act in wrestling right now. And I'm talking about WWE and all the promotions that I watch. They are the most fun. And they're pretty funny for heels, but it doesn't take away from the wrestling or their aggression at all. So the first match of the night was Z.D.P versus Manny Domingo. Didn't know much about him prior to the event, but I see he's wrestles for OVW a lot. Checked out a couple matches on YouTube. Solid wrestler in the ring. So here, let's take a quick look. Okay, so before the match started, before Manny Domingo made his way to the ring, Z.D.P and Dude Baddington took to the ring, and Z.D.P was going to cut a promo. Unfortunately, the mic kept going out, which you could see the look of, and it was more of anger and thinking it was funny. So he never really got to cut this promo, which we're going to talk to him a little bit later, and we'll get his take on that. All right, first off, Manny Domingo can work. I didn't get like a good feeling about his character. It didn't really, pop for me, but he's solid in the ring for sure. But Z.D.P was just too much for him. And let me say, he didn't even have Dude Baddington at ringside. Like usual, Dude Baddington was on commentary. But yes, Z.D.P won and advanced to the second round. Our next match featured Cold Stone Tim Boston versus Tyler Lee Deputy. Let's take a look. I'd never seen Tyler Lee Deputy wrestle before or anything about it. I knew nothing about him going into it. Hilarious character, great work in the ring. And again, and I mentioned this earlier, the comedy part of his character does not take away from inside the ring, the actual wrestling. I love Tim Boston, the character. Obviously, it's a take on Stone Cold Steve Austin, but it's unique at the same time. But in the end, as you saw, Cold Stone Tim Boston prevailed. All right, the next match finished completely different than what I anticipated would happen. Featured No Limit Matt Diesel versus Oliver Gunner with Ben Sheeran. Let's take a look. So I thought for sure, and when I sponsored Z.D.P, I was pretty sure Oliver Gunner was going to win this whole tournament. He's got a great look. He's great on the mic. Ben Sheeran is a sweaty, annoying thorn in the opponent's side, and he just has the look of a champion. So I thought Matt Diesel, was going to put on a good show, but Oliver Gunner was going to be in the finals. I was completely wrong. Matt Diesel, I'd only seen him wrestle live once. Fantastic. He can move. He's so quick, and he's very bouncy. I was shocked, as I said, Oliver Gunner, but I'm sure that there's going to be a title in the future for him. Let's go on to our next match, which featured Anakin Murphy versus Star Rider. I'd never seen Star Rider wrestle, but this was the first time, and he's facing Anakin Murphy. Let's take a look. So yeah, some technical difficulties. Actually, my phone died right at that point. But obviously, it's a spoiler. Anakin Murphy was victorious, and I really think he deserved to move on. He was another one I thought was well deserving of at least a spot in the finals or winning the tournament altogether. All right, so the first round ended. We went to an intermission and came back about 15 to 20 minutes later. All right, second round begins. First match is Z.D.P with Dude Baddington not at ringside versus No Limit Matt Diesel. As you saw a little bit ago, Matt Diesel in his first round match was attacked with the British or English flag by Ben Sheeran. So as he was coming to the ring, he looked like he was in bad shape. Let's take a look. thought that maybe Matt Diesel was going to pull out that beaten up underdog victory, but as the match went on, you could tell this was Z.D.P's and he was going to the finals. And as you see, he pulled it out yet again to prove that he's one of the best, if not the best, in New Wave Pro. But let's move on to the second match in round 2. That match featured Anakin Murphy versus Cold Stone Tim Boston. Let's take a look at their match. I really enjoy watching Anakin Murphy wrestle. The emotion that he shows on his face really tells a great story. But this night belonged to Cold Stone Tim Boston. Did get a little banged up in this match, which was concerning headed to the finals where he was going to meet Z.D.P. All right. After the round 2 matches were completed, Elijah Burke made his way to the ring. Let's take a look.
Look at me down. Something he had to do. Charismatic, cantankerous, see the flames gleaming. Haters get so mad, you see their heads steaming. Check out the bling and maybe see my shame. I don't get the kill.
Yes, sir. What's up, Terre Haute? Hope is so thrilled. I'm so thrilled to be here with you guys tonight during this amazing competition that we are witnessing. And I think everybody's come out here and they're leaving it all on the freaking line here, right? They're putting it out there for you. All right. Calm down. I deal with all types of people, and so, hey, what type of caffeine y'all gave this morning? Now you about to make me go into poke mode, Daddy, and I've been trying to refrain from doing that. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something real quick, okay? Poke is fast. Sometimes poke is slow, but I will guarantee I'll whip your butt right here in Terre Haute. So with that being said, I do know, I've talked to a locker room full of guys, and I got a guy that I know is ready for some action, and I guarantee you, Ace Perry, he's that guy. Get on out here!
God, Mad Dog Connolly scares the shit out of me. It's like my wife, Mad Dog Connolly, and like Nazis, you know, like I'm scared of those groups, but he's insane and but a great wrestler too. His match versus Ace Perry, although impromptu, was definitely a crowd pleaser. Let's take a look at that. Perry put up a great fight, but he was coming into a buzzsaw. Mad Dog Connolly was at like 11 out of 10 by the time Ace Perry made it to the ring. And although he did put up a great effort and did have Mad Dog down several times, this was Mad Dog's all the way. The crowd knew it, and he put on yet another great performance. All right, now we move to the main event of the Eminent 8 tournament. We have Z.D.P versus Cold Stone, Tim Boston. Let's take a look. All right, so maybe he cheated, but that's actually Cold Stone Tim Boston's fault because he should have anticipated that. I had a chance to talk about this match with none other than Z.D.P and the best hype man in the business, Dude Baddington. Let's take a look. The Road Dogs. Boys, thank you for coming on this evening.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
you're
waiting for
welcome.
that. I was waiting for it. So let me ask you guys something about the show on Saturday night. Do you guys go out afterwards and celebrate at all? Or is it just like another night at the office?
Another night at the office.
I mean,
So what
we
happens-
always celebrating.
We come in.
you're all
Yeah.
okay. That makes perfect sense. So there's nothing. It's like after the show, you just get out of there and head home.
Listen, man, when you live like us, you're turning up 24/7.
Yeah, the road is our home. So I mean, hey, getting in the car, being on the road, we's already home.
So who does most of the driving?
Man, I'm the wheel man. You know it's me. Tell him, Zach.
Yeah, I've seen your videos before. Z.D.P, you never pay him back and drive for a little bit?
Nah.
He's your guy.
Suspended license, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
so
one.
at the start of the show the other night, the mics weren't working right. Like, does that say to you like, oh, this is how the night's gonna be, or does that piss you off even more?
It just pisses me off even more. I beat Carlito.
Yeah.
And Earl has the audacity to give me broken equipment. I'm the superstar there. I'm who you come to see. You know?
Part of me was thinking that he was just trying to make you look bad.
No, that's exactly what it is, bro. It's a conspiracy. They don't want me to be on top because Earl doesn't like me because I beat him up, bro.
And I imagine there's some jealousy in there too.
Yeah, everybody there's jealous of me. I'm the best in that locker room.
So had you ever seen, like, for example, had you seen Manny Domingo wrestle before, or had you been in the ring with him?
Yeah, I've seen Manny wrestle before.
I
do my homework.
That's what I was going to ask you. Yeah, like, did you do any prep going into this, or is it like whoever's in front of me in the ring, I'm going to take care of?
Well, either way, whoever's in front of me is getting taken care of. But yeah, I watch these clowns. I like to see the goofy stuff they be doing.
And did you watch, like, after your match, after you beat Manny Domingo, did you watch the other 3 first round matches?
I didn't have to. You
already knew how things were going to go down?
Yeah, dude, I beat Carlito. Do you think any of these dudes had a chance?
That's
I beat
true.
WWE Intercontinental Champ.
Yeah.
You think someone like Tyler Lee Deputy had a chance against Z.D.P?
Totally.
Do you think some dude named Cold Stone had a chance against me, bro?
No, that's, you know what? I knew you. I that's why I sponsored you guys. I knew that you were going to win this.
Because you're smart, bro. You're smart.
Yeah. I knew who to hitch my wagon to. Did you, and this is for you, dude. How was doing commentary? Was it harder than being right up in the action at the ring?
Well, it was a little bit different because my job as a hype man, I'm right there with my boy.
Sure.
But I'm practically miles away. I was out way in the corner, tucked in the corner with a little freak. What's his name? Robert Black, that little weirdo. But I mean, I was giving it my all, man. I saw Z.D.P looking over at me a couple times. He knew what was up. He was getting hyped. We got extra hype before the show because we talked about it beforehand. Everybody talking all that mess, saying he can't get the job done without his hype man. So I was like, you know what? You're right. Let's show everybody what you could really do. Let's silence the naysayers. I'll sit over there just like you want me to. I'll get you hyped from the microphone, and that's what we did.
So is this a one-time thing? Like we're going to see you at the ring, like against Nate Matthews?
Absolutely, you're gonna see Dude Baddington
to even things up with Al Snow.
Yeah, they got a freak out there that talks to a head.
Uh-huh.
Gonna be ringside with.
Yeah, talking special guest enforcer, man. I'll handle him. Don't you worry about him. You know he's gonna try and get involved and ruin this for Z.D.P. Ain't happening.
Nah.
Oh, I mean, because he came up from the Northeast, where where Carlito was in WWE. Did Nate Matthews? How do you prepare for him? And it's it's less than a month away.
I guess I watched a lot of Bret Hart.
Watch a couple episodes of Seinfeld, maybe.
Excuse me. Yeah, I mean that's actually probably great watching Seinfeld. Dude, I have a question for you. Where do you get all this energy?
Oh,
or is this you were born?
I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, that's just how I am. It's where it's at. I mean, I'm a hype man. It's practically, if Baddington wasn't my last name, it would be hype man.
How did the two of you guys meet?
Oh man.
I mean, I don't even know if we can tell this story.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of cops involved and stuff.
Okay. I understand. I don't want to put you guys in any sort of legal jeopardy. That'd be the last thing I wanted to do. Okay, so after the match, after you won the Eminent tournament.
The Eminem 8 Mile, baby.
Yeah. Now, you murdered the plaque that you were given, the victory plaque. Was there any, you know what? Hold on 1 second here.
Z.D.P. I have to be professional. I have to congratulate you on winning New Wave Pro's Eminent 8 2023. I don't give a damn about a plaque, Carl Joseph. Z.D.P. wants that New Wave Pro Championship. And I ain't waiting. Nate Matthews, talking to town. Your ass is mine. I tell you something, you will have your match against Nate Matthews on Saturday, March 11th. Talk down for the New Wave Pro Championship. But special guest enforcer Al Snow.
So Earl seemed very condescending there, and to you guys in general. Do you think he gets satisfaction, like saying, "Oh, Al Snow is going to be a special enforcer," like that intimidates you? Are you done with Earl, or is this still something? There's going to be some more in-ring stuff with him at some point.
I started with Earl, man. Earl threw himself in my business, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Earl means nothing to me. Earl's a paycheck. That's all he is, bro.
All right.
He's a piece of dust on the shoulder, bro. He's a flea, dog. I was worried at the time, bro, and then me and Dude started talking about it, bro. I ain't worried about Al Snow being ringside, bro, because I'm gonna do what I do, and that's win.
And I think he's like 80 years old, So I don't think that he's going to be much of a factor.
Yeah,
or at
bro.
least I would hope. Going back to Nate Matthews one more time, have you had words with him at all, either on social media or in person since you won the other night?
He tweeted something about me today, but he didn't tag me in it because he's a coward.
Was it like disparaging?
I mean, it was he just said I was out of my element. But come talk of the town, I'm gonna make him irrelevant. You feel me, dog?
Oh yeah, I like hearing that. And you know what, fellas, I'll be sponsoring you again. And I know that Nate won last month, but you can end that reign. That's why I'm backing you guys one more time.
What a champ, bro! He doesn't even show up to all the shows.
Yeah, exactly.
Off, bro. He's a coward, dog. He's a chump.
You know what? That makes totally, because if he knew that a number one contender was going to be crowned, he should be there at the end of the match, not Earl getting in the ring.
That's facts, bro. That's facts. And Earl only did it because Earl likes to please the boys in the back, man. And he's mad at me and Dude don't follow suit. We're not there to make friends. We're not there to hang out with anybody. We're there to win and make money.
Yeah, do business. Fellas, I have a quick question before I let you go, and I hope it's not offensive, and we'll get into it more when we do like a full interview. But typically at the end of my interviews, I'll ask my guests 5 yes or no questions. So I put a lot of thought into this. For $32 million, would the two of you marry one another? But wait, you don't have to be intimate with one another. You do have to share a bed. And you'd also be subject to current adultery laws in case one of you decided to cheat. Would you do that for $32 million, split down the middle?
And we've been doing it for free for a little bit now.
Yeah, okay, so you would take the money for sure.
Yeah.
All right, I would do this.
Is that what your sponsor? That's the sponsor for the next match. Is $32 million? You got that?
I'm going to get you guys one of those giant checks, and I'll bring that and I'll give it to you in the ring instead of some plaque.
I'm not going
to. And then you guys can go bed shopping. All right. Well, you think it over. Next time we talk, we'll get into that a little more in depth. First of all, congratulations. That was a big deal. Oh, one more question. I know that you murdered the plaque and everything. Did you take any satisfaction out of winning those 3 matches and accomplishing that, getting the number one contendership?
No, I don't feel like I had to do those matches. I feel like beating Carlito should have automatically made me first number one.
Okay. Can I let me say this. You are consistently at these New Wave Pro shows. I don't know why you just weren't named the number one contender even prior to having a tournament. Because the other guys in your matches, in the tournament, were here. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. But you're the only one who's consistently there. So yes, I think that you're getting screwed there by having to wrestle 3 times just for something that you deserve to begin with.
Yeah, 3 times to prove that I can beat Nate Matthews.
Exactly.
Beat Carlito. I don't know why no one's talking about this, bro. Everybody wants to talk about the flippy indie bullshit that everybody's doing, but no one wants to talk about the fact that I beat WWE superstar Carlito,
the man who put down John Cena in his first match and won the title. So yeah, that is a big deal.
I'm pretty much better than John Cena, is what you just said.
For the most part, I would say so. I'd put you 2 up against. All right, guys, thank you so much. I will obviously back you at the next show next month. But until then, thank you again so much, Dude and Z.D.P. And we'll talk again soon.
Road Dogs out.
Yeah. Later. Because I had sponsored Z.D.P. and the stars aligned, although Z.D.P. destroyed his, look what we got here. That's right. Recognizing my sponsorship of the next New Wave Pro champion, Z.D.P. I wanted to hang this over my bed, but my wife, that's a running theme. She vetoed that, but I'll keep trying. Probably have to involve alcohol and maybe cocaine. All right. So we will be back next month, a couple days after March 11th for New Wave Pro Talk of the Town. Again, that's in Terre Haute, Indiana. You can always get tickets at nwptix.com. All right. Thank you very much for this debut episode. Thank you, Z.D.P and Dude Baddington. And I'll see you all again next month.